These people down in South Carolina, they ransacked, looted, broke up, they was spray painted, did all this craziness behind this 14-year-old brother was being, shot here in North Carolina. Um they did all this, really, and be honest, when they did something like this, really they helped these people because 9 times out of 10, they got big insurance and they had $1 million um insurance on it. 9 times out of 10, they up to the 1 point, they had up to enough 2 million. Put it, but see, at the end of the day, do you think that still brings some justification, get justified or justice for what they did? Found this man, they actually shot this young brother in the back while he was fleeing off the property, out the store. No merchandise was ever recovered, wasn't even stolen from the store. And make it make sense. But I want to get right to this video. And then I want to show you how they protect and serve, but the wrong people. They protect for them, it's just for them, not for us. But we're gonna get into this video. So make sure y'all like, share, and tell me what you think. And that's real talk.
Where Sheriff Leon Lott at the
Listen,
press conference just
listen to what he's saying. Dude.
condemning the looting and vandalism at the Shell station where a 14-year-old boy was shot and killed minutes away from that Shell gas station, moments before he was in that gas station. And then, according to law enforcement, he was killed by the stone.
Yeah, here's the press conference. And if you look behind Sheriff Lott right there, that is what he is talking about. This is the Shell station on Park Lane Road, where last night at about 9 o'clock at night, they
I'm
did their
surprised they even
peaceful
left
protest.
anything in it.
In part, Sheriff Lott says there's nothing wrong with a peaceful protest. He said, have your voice heard. He said, we support you. He said, but what does stealing a case of beer have to do with a 14-year-old boy dying? Lott said they have to use their resources now to guard this store when they should be out doing other things. He was not happy with that, but he said those responsible will be found. They have the video and they will bring you to justice.
We're going to identify every one of those people
Yeah,
who
that.
went in that store last night
Wow.
and destroyed it and looted it and stole stuff. What does stealing a case of beer have to do with a 14-year-old being shot and the person responsible charged with murder? Somebody explain that.
Charged and not found
What does that
guilty.
have to
That's
do
what it
with
has to do with it.
beer?
I want you now, okay, y'all see this, right? I want y'all to take just on, okay, y'all just seen that part of it, right? So they ain't gonna tell you everything. I want y'all to see everything. See, they did all this, and they always want to talk like we gonna have something peaceful. Peaceful. Oh man, peaceful. Oh, come on, man.
We
Peaceful.
begin tonight's broadcast
I want
with
y'all to look at this. And not too long ago, and they rebuilt everything, and they replaced everything, built it up, cleaned it up, and everything.
Chow murder case. He is the former gas
This-
station owner who shot and killed 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton 3 years ago. Last night, the jury determined that Chow's actions was not murder.
Wow.
Tonight, a small number of protesters are standing outside Chow's old gas station, upset with the jury's decision.
Yeah, y'all seen the gas station first when it was ransacked, everything spray painted, everything throughout the store. They stoves, as he claimed to be beer, cigarettes, and whatever else. But look how beautiful it is now. Now you tell me that's all they do. That's all they did was had insurance to cover all that. They didn't care. They can do it again. They gonna still cover that. Still ain't gonna change the fact that this young brother lost his life over a bottle of water that he never even took from the store. And then the man found not guilty. I mean, where's these guns law? Where these gun makers and gun laws at now? Hold your ground. That ain't had nothing to do with running your ground. It wasn't a threat when this man was fleeing, shot in the back and his back. Another young lady was shot in the back of her head from a Korean, Chinese person, whatever, Korean person, period. Another brother was actually shot for a thing of Skittles. A sister was shot for some juice. Now this brother shot over a bottle of water that never was even taken from the store. Make it make sense, people. Now look how beautified it is there. They cleaned up all the graffiti they put on it, all the little broken windows or whatever. Look at it. Look at it. Check it out.
Law enforcement officers also standing guard at the store tonight. They were sent to that gas station actually
Yes.
last night, right after that not guilty verdict was announced. And tonight, we are getting reaction to that verdict. News 19's Kiki Gushu speaking with folks Across the Midlands today, she is live
Man,
in the Richland County Courthouse where the trial wrapped up last night. Kiki?
JR, we heard a wide variety of opinions and perspectives out here in Columbia today, but one thing was clear. People are still processing this verdict. As protesters gathered outside the Shell gas station on Parkland Road that Rick Chow once owned, debate continued in the community. The verdict ended one of the most publicized trials in recent Columbia history. For Columbia residents like Preach Jacobs, the case is about more than just the verdict itself.
To answer the question how I'm feeling everything, every possible thing you can think of. All my friends with children, I know that their heart ached after that verdict. And it's not just the black parents. Everyone feels that because at the end of the day, this shouldn't be taken lightly.
Jacobs told us the case has sparked deeper conversations about trust in the justice system and how communities process tragedy.
At the end of the day, no one feels good about this. No one feels good about this. You know, there was a young black child that was chased and shot and killed.
Esteban Carino told us he followed the case and was confused by the jury's decision.
It just didn't make sense to me because there was a lot of evidence.
For Sanford Maxwell, the case resonated because it involved a young person.
I believe wholeheartedly that this kid was innocent and his life should not have been taken because I have a son. You know, it's nothing for kids to do here. You know, and then when you have good kids, when you have a kid saying, well, I'm going to take this and then decide, no, I'm not going to do that because it's not right. Well, praise that kid.
Not everyone felt the same way. Some posting on WLTX's Facebook page, quote, "I'm good with the jury's decision," said Eric Keene. Mark Cassius wrote,
white people always gonna be good with it. It wasn't there.
Regardless of their perspective, many said they expect the discussion to continue.
When at these conversations, it makes it difficult to not be angry, but then you are penalized for being angry. So there's ways where the community has to come together and figure out how do we have faith in a system that doesn't feel like it's representing us and taking care of us properly.
And the Carmack Belton family attorney telling us last night that he will continue pursuing a civil lawsuit against Rick Chow. Live in Columbia, Kiki Gushu.
Now, he said he's going to continue to file a civil lawsuit. Now, if he his parents filed a civil lawsuit, right? And if they lose the civil lawsuit, so this boy lost his life in Maine for no reason. I mean, where's the justice? I mean, what kind of gun law is say that you can shoot somebody while they're fleeing from you? You're not a threat to them, and you can actually shoot them and demise that person, and without having no repercussion behind it. Now, you think that she was on the other floor, it was a white kid that came in and they accused him, or just thought that he had something and chased him and did it? Do you think they would still have the same verdict? Now, we got a verdict right now. We got a whole case going right now, but this young brother defended himself because this man, to this other clear kid, went transgressed against him and he poked him in the chest. He ain't stabbed him in the back. He stabbed him in his chest. That means he was forward. That means that guy was advancing towards him. He didn't just walk up to him and did. This guy was reaching out to him to grab him, to assault him. What he did, put his hands on him. He said, "You put your hands on me again, you're gonna find out." He did. He FOFA. That's what happened. That's what happened, man. He wasn't running away. This white kid wasn't running away, and he chased him down the street, stabbed him his back, chased him a whole half a mile or somewhere close to a mile, and stabbed him and called self-defense. So we're gonna see if this play out the same way as this case is. I mean, and like you said, you got a lot of people right now that say they're gonna protest Chinese restaurants, Chinese establishments, or foreign people, any type of Vietnamese, Chinese, whatever it might be. Because as far as I'm concerned, just like they look at us all as being the same, we look at them the same way. Because at the end of the day, they almost the same to us. I mean, I'm just keeping 100. They look at us all black people the same. They steal us. They this. We looking at all them Chinese people. They rice eating, slant out, rice eating people. That's it. We look at them the same way. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. But at the end of the day, we're gonna see, as we watch the news, You had the whole police force set down there on his property, the gas station. When they start, when has the gas station been at the number one priority? Out of all those gas stations, I'm quite sure they just the only gas station that's in that town. But you had the whole police force. It was actually literally there. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out what was the purpose of this. You got all this other stuff going on in the neighborhoods in the city, but you got the whole police force. You act like that's the police station where they was lined up. Let me try to find this video. This whole police station that you see probably just lined up. It's lined up just out there with these people, man. And they said that was justice. What is justice was that? I'm trying to figure out what was the justice at in this system. There was no type of justice or nothing compared to anything.
WLTS.
And you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing more or nothing less that this brother lost his life over for some water that wasn't even the crazy thing. The water that wasn't even at all that he had nothing to do was no water at all. There. He didn't even take any water from the gas station. But anyway, he lost his life. And I'm quite sure if it was somebody else's child, any other nationality child, they would have a heart, man. They would be going off about this. I know they would. And nobody can't tell me. Nothing different. Let me see if I find it. I know I gotta find it, man. Come on, man. There were 1,001 police cars I did. 1,001 police cars there. All behind something like this. Let me see if I find it here. I got to find it, man. But anyway, even if I don't find it, it's just the point. The principles of it that this brother was chased down. I mean, and you can see from the videos, this man was chased down, chased across. And the crazy thing about it, I'm kind of a little startled about this one because if you look at it, the father's in the back, as you can see. Let me go ahead. The father is in the back. Let me go ahead. The father's in the back, as you can see. The son is in the front. So how did the father end up, street with him? It's just crazy. This whole case was just ridiculous, and it should be, when the president, somebody need to take charge and man, hold up, bring this case back up and retry this shit because, like I said, this definitely wasn't right. This kid ain't just lose his life. He lost. I mean, everybody lost. You know what I mean? And to me, and if you continue to go like this, it's like, hey, it's like what gonna do black people do for this going on? You can't get no justice, and they up there chanting, no justice, no peace. Are you serious? This young brother and treat me like he's less than a human. I want you somewhere. I go get your money back. I don't need no lawyers. No, get your money back. I don't want no. Yeah, I'm going right back up here. Let me see what they say. Let me see what they talking about here. Security. No, I'm just kidding. What up, Bob? Bob. What up, Bob? Yeah. Where y'all need? You got me? There you go. Let me see.
When I first found out
Remember, here's a lot of crazy feedback.
through Blue Cross,
I think it's crazy. Let me see.
He paid in cash, didn't say anything.
Let me see about this guy. But anyway, when you see this type of stuff, you ask yourself, what is the Nation of Islam? But saying like the Nation of Islam always involved in something that comes to black people, especially when the demise of a black young man. Since the Nation of Islam always recruiting young black men. Where was they at? Where was Crumb and all these guys? Where was these guys? Where was this lady right here? Whatever her name, Doctor, whatever her name is. Let me see what the hell her name is. Let me find her name real quick. I know her name will be. It's her name. Anyway, she's out in Texas and all this. Where's all these people at now? That's my whole thing. Where they at? trying to figure out why ain't nobody else doing it. Where's the preachers and all that in the community? You don't see none of this. Only thing they saying, this young brother had a gun. If this man had a gun, I mean, if he did, I mean, even if he did have a gun, don't you think he was took a more of a stance when these people came after, to approach him about something that he know he didn't steal, they hold his grounds and pull that gun out and say, hold up, man, I told you I don't have no water. But he gonna continue to run and then get shot in the back, and nobody's found guilty for it, and nothing, no mask on the charge, no nothing. Just freely go about your business. Make it make sense, people. We gotta start thinking. We gotta be either we cowards and letting the whole world know that you can do anything to black people and black children, and ain't gonna be no repercussion. But do it to a white person or a Chinese person or any other nationality and see the repercussion you get behind it. And that's real talk. I guarantee you had some.